Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Skaven Plays. Today I'm going to go over a little bit of a guide to show you guys how to start playing Age of Sigmar in Tabletop Simulator. The first thing you need is you need to have Tabletop Simulator. You download it from the Steam store. And then once you're there, I think it's about $20, you go to the workshop and you download all of these workshop mods. You don't need all of these. These are for many different things. A couple of them for tournaments that I play in. A couple of them are, well, shenanigans. There's a lot of old ones. Oh, that was a great map. But the first thing you'll need is you'll need a table. My best recommendation is this Age of Sigmar 4th Ed table. It's the one that I play most of my games on, unless I'm doing a tournament game, which those have specific maps made. Then you'll load into here. It's the familiar table we play in. There's a little box roller right now because there's been some bugs with the portal roller, but it's not too terrible. This has the General's Handbook where you can just shuffle around to get everything in there. Or not General Handbook, this has the missions. And I'll go through a more in-depth one in the later half of the video. If you wanted to see some tips and tricks on how to do all this stuff, I will show you. But first I'm just going to go over all of the mods you will need. There are several different unit mods. First one I'm going to show is Ulthuan. I believe this is the one that Poro worked on. But basically, you can load in all the models you need. Hit Maggot Kin of Nurgle, and you have all of the Nurgle all units here. You'll hit Slaanesh, and you will load in all of the Slaanesh ones. They have every army done here. That is all what you'll need for models. Another one for models I want to shout out is Malkovich's Models. It's a guy in the community. Local guy's name is John. Very nice guy. Play him if you can. He's great to play against. But he has a model reservoir of his own that he's working on. But the benefit with this one is he has all the cards. So this spawns in all the cards, the battle formations, the traits, the artifacts, spell lore, prayer lore, everything that you could possibly want. For any army, they have all the cards here. And the bags contain all the models. You can pull the models out, you can search whatever model you need, and they're all in there. It's really very convenient, especially if you're learning out, because the cards are very helpful when you're not either learning a new army or it's a new edition. Everything's different. But now, oh, that's the randomizer I used in the randomizer video. If you guys haven't watched that one, check it out. It was the most fun I've had in ages playing this game, and I recommend everybody try out a randomizer. That being said, we are working on a mod for the randomizer that's going to have everything you need. We're in the process of making decks of cards to make it easier to randomize, and its own rule set and its own missions. So if you're looking to have just a little bit of fun with a friend, you're not looking for anything competitive, you can pull out the randomizer table and have some fun. But, alright, after you build all of your models, you will, oh, there, let me spawn in an army. This is one of my first armies for 4th edition when I didn't know the points, so we were just messing around with it, with old points. This is definitely not a legal army anymore. But after you get all of your models down, you would get your trees. If you have any specific tokens, and you're not playing on this map, like I needed the disease token, I would put that with it. You circle all of them, you right click, you hit save object, and then you would save it with whatever name. I'm just gonna first 4th Ed, because that's what that was. And now, if I go back in here, first 4th Ed is right here, and it shows Radagast. So then you can left click it once. If you're playing against somebody in another country, and you click it once and your army doesn't spawn in right away, just wait. Don't spam the click button. Sometimes it lags a bit and you're just going to spawn, 10 armies and I got the game. And nobody wants that. Like I just did. Shouldn't have done that. Oh, there we go. We're back here. And I'm going to delete these. I'll leave a couple models for some demonstration stuff. But most of this stuff we can just get rid of. There also are ways to put auras on models that makes it a lot easier. If you guys want to learn how to do that, I actually had somebody help me with these. But if you are interested, I will make a video with them and I can show you the process of putting auras on. There is this little stand over here, which I can actually just show you how this one works. Put a model down, base size. Plague Bear is not a 40, but we're just going to... No, Plague Bear is a 40. So we're just going to put it there. you would want base size, so it's 40 by 40. Size, say you want a 7-inch aura. No, you want a 3-inch aura because combat range is 3 now. So you hit add aura, and now you have a 3-inch aura on your Plague Bearer. But you don't want that sticking around all the time. So click 1, click the model you want to be the base first, then right click, and then create states. Now 1 is going to be the Plague Bearer with auto model. You hit 2, that unit has, oh, the one I have overrides it. But if you hit 2 normally, it'll go into that. And it'll pop up your aura, and you can name them whatever you want to. It's extremely handy, especially if you have like a 12-inch aura that you need to make sure you're in. This map also has all the endless spells in here. I believe all these cards are the old cards still, but they have the endless spells, except for Kronspine. Kronspine is not in here. All the different dice are here, and the back. And to go into a mission, normally we randomize it, so you can just click this and hit R, and it will give you a random map every time. There are some terrains that are pre-made. You can choose which kind of layout you want. So let's see, we got Scorched Earth. Scorched Earth only has 1, so I'm going to grab a different one. Let's see, Battle for the Pass has a couple. So this one, that's the terrain for this. You can see right here. Go from here, we can go to State 7, Battle for the Pass. It gives you deployment zones as well. And say you don't want this terrain pack, you got Defender. We can just recall it back, and we can try a different one. That being said, you can also take the terrain, move it around, you can make your own terrain. You can do whatever you want to, it's your game. Make it however you want to, have fun. A couple of different things to find on the table. This here has all the terrain abilities: cover, impassable, obscuring, place of power for the heroes, unstable. Over here is the objectives for the Vice. You will just place them, and they'll be wherever the Vice objectives are supposed to be. They are extremely handy. This is also for Star Strike. You would place this bag, and it places a whole set of bags, and that lets you just open up and put them where they need to go. It's very convenient. There's also some rule reminders here. Here's just the honor guard rules, the body priority targets, the bodyguards. Here's the turn sequence with a nice little reminders of the different commands, what type they are. Very useful convenience. You don't need to worry about this. This is for tournament use. Here's all of the battle tactics, all of the faction specific tactics, everything you'll need to start. And a picture of Smokey. I don't know who Smokey is, but I love them. So there's all these little tips and tricks. There's also, let's see if they still have it in this one. They don't have it in this one. They have it here. Okay, well, there's a grid you can set up. This is useful for things like when you do seize the center. 30 inches away here from the center. Trying to think if there's anything else over here before I move on to my next topic, and I don't believe that I've forgotten anything. So I'll just go through some of the functionality of the different hotkeys and stuff. If you, let's just double this up and make a group of 10. Say you have all your models in a mess and you just want them nice and neat. Pick them up, holding left click, and then click numbers on the keyboard on the top, and you'll get different formations that you can put them down and easier. It's quite nice, quite convenient. If you want to measure, there's 2 ways to do it. First, you can do what I do. You pick them up, hold them, hold down tab, you'll switch to a ruler, and then you can move your 4 inches. You can move however quick you are. It's also useful for measuring distances. For measuring distances, I'll go until my just highlights the unit, and then that's 3 inches. So if I wanted to see if I'm in combat range here, boop, and then just at 3, and then if I'm highlighting the other unit, I am in range, because it will go right at the bottom of the base. That's how I measure anyway. You can also just have the auras like I do, and that's in 3 inches. Other things you can do, if you're ever get stuck, like say you hit tab too many times and you're stuck on the ruler, you can hit F1. It will return you to your finger. If you ever need to draw something, say you're playing unlimited resources and something is taken out, you can exit out with the draw function. If something dies and you're having a rough game, you just want to flick it across the board, there's that too. Don't do that if you're still in the middle of a game. They're also combined in other functions that are more in-depth, but that's for another video if you guys want it anyway. There's also an eraser to get rid of these lines. which is useful. You know, in case somebody writes, you know, calling you a fanny or something over there. One other thing for the movement I wanted to mention is that if you want to, also, you can color them different colors. So it makes it easier to distinguish different units if you have multiple. But there's different toggles. There's snap and grid. I recommend always having these off. They mess with things when you're moving around. Auto raise, I'd fully recommend on. Measure movement, something I usually keep off because I don't like it. I don't know why it was on, considering it wasn't doing anything. Maybe my auras might mess with this actually. But what measure movement would do is while it's up, it would automatically measure when you're dragging. And one last thing, if you are near a terrain piece and it's a little bit wonky, some of these have weird hitboxes, and you need to move it around for some precise movement, you can hold right click and you'll drag it on the ground instead of up in the air. Very useful for some things, like say you're trying to get underneath this. Most of the time we'll just put models on top of it, but if you really want them underneath, hold on right click and you can put them underneath. Just make sure you let go of your left click first, otherwise your guy will just pop up and sometimes they'll be on top again. And I think that is most of the things I wanted to cover. There is the scorecard here. You can click up here to choose the different grand strategies. Not grand strategies. They used to be grand strategies. Faction you are. So if you want the chaos battle tactics to show up down here, they're right there now. If you want the death ones to show up, they're going to be right here. Right after. If one of these are up, they'll show up for both players. Just so you're aware. And then you can score your battle tactics. 1, 2, 3. Which kind of need to be adjusted depending on the game. So you can score 10 in a turn. But I believe that is everything. Oh, one other thing I do want to promote. Should have been at the first of the video. This is Storm Vault. This is another place to get models. This is one that Quasar did. He worked very hard on it for a long time. They all had correct values at some point, but they had not been updated for 4.0 yet. It's very easy to search models and pull them out with this one. This is why I like this one here, and I always keep it downloaded. It has all the different factions. Also has some Chaos Dwarf stuff if you wanted to do that. But yeah, say you forgot to bring in Nurglings, you can just type in spawn and drag them in. Nice and easy. I'll put the link for all of the mods in the description. I'll also put the link for Storm Hub and this map, or Storm Vaults and this map in the description. And everybody have a good day. Let me know if you want to see anything else, if you guys have any more questions, and feel free to leave a comment and ask me. I have tons of time right now. I'm sorry it took so long to make this video. I did get distracted with a couple tournament games I had to play. And oh, and some of you might wonder how I get all my games in, how I get tournament games in. Go to Discord. The first Discord that you're going to search for is AOS Coach. They're the ones where I used to get all of... They're, I'd say, the best for beginner to mid-level player games that you're going to get. Everybody in there has been great. I had a great time with everybody. If you wanted more competitive games, there are competitive players in there. You're kind of going to have to find them. But if you're just looking for a quick pickup game, a casual play, it's the best place to go. If you're looking to play in tournaments, there's 3 other ones I would recommend. There's the Wohammer Discord. They write articles consistently about the game. And they host Path to Glories, which are a ton of fun. They host tournaments, which I'm currently in. I'm in the Transatlantic League right now for the Australian one because it worked for my time zone better, even though I'm US-based. And then there is the Release the Beast servers, which currently they're doing a team event. And then there is the Butcher Buffet servers. And if you guys have any questions about that, leave a comment. I can link the Discords there. But they are great places to find pickup games, to play in some online tournaments. Most of them are usually you get 1 game a week and you have time to schedule it. Very good if you're busy. Very good if you have things like kids and you just want to get in 1 or 2 games a week. It's a great time. Great community. If you do join those communities, make sure you're kind to everybody. Be nice. But yeah, have a good day and thank you everybody for watching. If you have any videos ideas you'd like to see or any armies you want to look at specifically, let me know. I will be putting out a guide for Nurgle within probably 2 or 3 weeks. I want to get 100 games in before I try and do anything, and we're getting up to that point. I'm not there yet, but we're getting there. Everybody, have a good day, and thank you for watching.